I think in general, that's maybe starting reflected in the Purchasing Managers Index, which is the survey numbers, the business sentiment numbers. Well, I think the export numbers itself are showing that there's a bit of front loading, but the sentiment numbers are indicating caution in the face of increased trade uncertainty and warns of payback after the front loading. So I think in general, market is wary of that sort of environment panning out. And this is why Asian currencies and EM currencies in general has been trading on a weaker bias over the last few weeks. And as you correctly pointed out, markets are wary of the tariff risk. And this is why I think the Chinese currency continues to come under pressure, although the central bank continues to keep a tight leash on the currency.
When do you think that they could actually have to let that go?
When the tariff is announced.
Right.
And I think that's the playbook that we have seen back in 2018, that the Chinese central bank typically has not been preemptive, does not allow the currency to weaken preemptively. They'll hold the line for the time being, but when the tariff is made known, they will allow the currency to adjust. And that's when we'd likely to see another round of adjustment in other Asian currencies as well, given the spillover of the Chinese currency on the Asian currencies.
Right. And KRW, I do want to talk about that, given what we've seen politically, underperformer as far as Korean equities are concerned throughout the region. How are you looking at that in the face of more sort of political uncertainty moving into the new year?
I think there's only one word to it: challenging outlook, at least in the near term. I mean, the KRW, the Korean won, has been a big surprise, at least for us, I think, given that we had expected the won to benefit from the upturn in the technology cycle, the electronic cycle. Unfortunately, the political situation took a hit. Took a hit on the currency, and I think the near-term outlook remains challenging, given the political instability, given the strong dollar backdrop, and given the potential U.S. tariff concerns.
Lynn just laid out what has been a volatile year for JPY. What is your expectation now moving into the new year, as you say, that widening yield, that wide yield differential that we're seeing between these two economies, as she said, more sort of dovish sounding yuan or a hawkish sounding pound? What does that mean for this currency cross?
I think we could see a bit of volatility. I mean, we had seen some volatility in the Japanese yen. We could see more volatility in the near term, but I do feel that the Bank of Japan may have to shed its caution in terms of rate hike, given that the outlook is panning out as they expected in terms of better growth outlook and high inflation.